Hey, I'm KIC. Thanks to Seacorp Technologies for the key we're using to play today. These guys have still not caught up to all of the bullets that are waiting to be, well, put together. I mean, look at this. It's basically coming out at just about the rate of 1 gun cotton per box of formed bullets. So not quite catching up where I'd hoped, but I'm going to have to just leave it at that for now. In the meantime, we do have an order we can fill, I think. I just accepted, well, let's see, we've got, where are we at here? Active orders. I just accepted that order. So 9mm bullets and some boots. There we go. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one. And then we're probably going to need to try and fulfill some others. I'm a little worried here that 45 is not building up, but I think that's in part because, well, quite frankly, no space for anything. Minor details and all that jazz. So, whatever. We need to clear out more inventory. I do think it's about time I stop working on gloves, so I think we'll turn that off today. There we go. We can get rid of some backpacks. That's exciting. And then what else do we have here? More backpacks. We'll get rid of those. That's also exciting. They'll sell for a decent chunk of change, so I don't mind doing those too much. What are we doing here? 10 spots left. 22, you're not caught up. 22, you're still not caught up. We'll take that one because that one will catch up pretty shortly here. We'll take some gloves. And I guess we're looking okay-ish. I mean, that'll be a good one, too. We'll get rid of that. We need to get rid of some of that stuff. Camo vest and gloves. We'll get rid of that one, too. We're going to have to let the vest build up. That's going to take a little time. In fact, we can help it out if we go over here and collect all these guys. All right, that's different. The box is going the whole way. Whatever, minor details. And look at that. Let's just buy some shelving or research. Can I research stacking these guys higher? I think I need to research stacking because, yeah, we've been running out of so much space here. This is silly. Let's go ahead and fulfill that guy. Anything else that we can fulfill? Just scoop those up right now just to get them done. Cat, how you doing? How you doing, kitty? I had kind of run out of all sorts of stuff, actually, so I think we're in an okay spot for the moment. I would love to crack $1 million today. I don't think it's going to happen. Look at that. I have dispensers everywhere because I just keep building them and then forget I have them. That's just the way it happens. I'm curious of something, actually. Do I still have some nitrocellulose up here? Nitric acid, whatever. Yeah, look at that. It's still sitting up there from when the game barfed on me and started ejecting things everywhere. That was awesome. That was really enjoyable. It really wasn't, but I'm just telling you it was so that you don't, think I'm crazy or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not really sure what I mean by that. 45, no, we can't do that one. I'm kind of at the point where I need to get rid of product. Like backpacks. Do we have any orders for backpacks? We have a whole host of backpack orders. Oh, geez. What else do we have here? 24, 22, 20. I don't know. I'm combining rounds now. Can we sell you some, like, 20, 45, 9 rounds or something? That would be great. I still don't know if I really want to go through the trouble of knocking out the next set of ammunition. I mean, we kind of stopped right here. We've got the NATO stuff, the 5.56 NATO. I mean, I think I researched everything just for the sake of researching everything. So, what are we at here? No, we didn't do 7.62 or the 50 cal. I did everything down here so we could do this stuff. So we've got that stuff going on at the very least. Now, I'm pretty sure we still got some research going on here with the RACKS, so maybe we'll just move on to that as soon as that research is done and we're able to add some more shelves. My gosh, this is crazy talk over here. This is just like, it's crazy town. Hundreds of fittings, you still have thousands of fittings. Everything's looking good over here. You guys are just knocking out vests left and right. That's looking really good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Pants over here are looking pretty darn good. Are we done with research yet? My goodness, come on. I'm getting impatient. Oh, man. It's good stuff. Do we have product lines over here for all these guys? So I need to adjust, and I need to add... Because really, this stuff is all kind of part of the vest line. I mean, technically, all of this stuff is, too. See, if I were smart, what I would do is I would turn off this one and just add another dispenser somewhere. I'm not sure how I would make it fit. That, I guess it would just be this one right here. That just dispenses plastic fittings. I mean, because this is basically ejecting them at about the pace that it's making them over here. In fact, why don't we do that? Just for giggles here. And turn that guy off. You still have a few of them you're knocking out. That's totally okay. I'm cool with that. Okay. And then we're going to just take these guys and turn them off. This is going to save us a little bit of money every day. And we're going to change you to output plastic fittings and just turn you... Oh, hold on. Nope. Hold on. Stop, stop, stop. I mean, that's fine. They should pass through okay, I think. Maybe they won't. I'm not sure. Whatever. Here, let's take these guys out and put them somewhere. I don't know. Whatever. This is funny because, you know, the more I look at this, the more I want to do these types of things. It just... I think it makes sense to do it this way. I mean, maybe it doesn't make perfect, absolute sense and, you know, from a standpoint of cost and all that. But I kind of like the efficiency of it. I like being able to just go, boom, plastic dispenser, and there you go. Now, yeah, we do potentially run into the issue here of not having enough plastic fittings. So what we can do about that is we could add another dispenser over here so that we can keep this up at speed. But I think it's going to be okay. The thing I'd like to know is what happens when I run out. Do they take turns ejecting? Because this guy is stocking up. This one probably is stocked up. Not really. Okay. I would have figured this one was stocked up, but I guess not. I mean, I kind of wonder here. If I were to give you plastic fittings faster, could you eject those guys faster? Oh my gosh, we are so stocked up again. All right, is the research done yet? Okay, let's put some racks down. Holy cow, I've got boxes going through, well, the production line again. That's never a good thing. That's a bad thing. I think what I might do is research that next level of racks too. Just because. Here, where are we at with racks? Let's just do it. I mean, it's only going to cost another 5 grand and 70 points. We've got 621 to spend. So, you know what? I think that's going to be better in the long run than trying to... Come on. Than trying to do this stuff. I bet I didn't click, did I? I probably didn't. That's fine. You guys are not side by side. Okay, cool. I just had to make sure. Come on. We're so going to fill these up in a heartbeat. I mean, look at this. We've got all these other ones filled up, so I can't imagine these ones not getting filled up. That just seems ludicrous to me that they wouldn't be. All right. Just like that, they're basically filled up because I'm going to scoop up all the things that... Well, I shouldn't have scooped up some of those, but whatever, it's fine. We should be able to fulfill a couple of orders now. You're done. You're done. We'll come back to these guys. We've got hours on this stuff, so I'm not really worried about it. In fact, I might even have some backpacks over here just waiting around. Imagine that. Can we now fulfill that order? No, that was probably boots, wasn't it? Okay, what about backpacks? Zoom, all sorts of them. Now we can fill that order. Done. That's going to clean off a bunch of shelves. That's excellent. Excellent. So now we're kind of looking at some orders that are basically heavy on ammunition, heavy on multiple kinds of ammunition. That really, oh man, that kind of gets back into what I was talking about with redoing some of this stuff so that, oh, you know what? Here, let's do both of those. We'll be able to knock them out pretty quickly. Going back to just kind of doing things where I just have lines of stuff going into recycle bins. I mean, I'm not sure that it's necessarily more efficient, like I said, but it would be really clean. It'd be really easy to see what you're looking at, which I put some value on that. I look at this stuff right now, and it's just kind of a mess to me. It's all over the place. I mean, if it works, it's okay, I guess, but I would prefer less messy, more clear stuff, you know? Look at all those orders. Look at that. We have cracked 658. 675,000. Let's go back into our market and buy some more plastic blocks. Here, let's do... sure, 2,300 is fine for now. We're going to do 20,000 of that stuff, and we're going to do like another 200 here, 200 here, and 200 there. Great, that's looking pretty good. Do we have any more boxes that need to be picked up? There we go. I don't think there are going to be any more than that, though, because we have sufficient shelf space for the time being. I mean, we only have 39 spaces. It's really not that many, but, you know, whatever. We're going to get there. It'll be just fine. It will be just fine. Probably. Making sure you're not ejecting stuff onto the ground. I'm just kind of doing a quick tour over here. We might want to start looking at what it's going to take to make some more crazy lines of ammunition and stuff. I mean, I'm willing to bet you, if I were to redo some of these things over here, I could probably shove stuff into a much smaller space. Like, we have all this wasted space right here. I could probably put multiples of these guys in here. Like, I could probably fit 2 different plastic formers going into recycle bins here for one. I mean, this guy has not been getting plastic fittings, and it's still got 6,000 of them. That's insane. And this is still getting lost. It's not getting enough plastic fittings, I don't think. Even this one's not keeping up now, although I think that's probably because they're having to fight for their plastic fittings. These guys are like, hey man, I need my plastic fittings. And that one's not ejecting super fast, so I think I get to the point now where I'm like, yeah, maybe we really should. Okay, I'm going to call an audible here. I'm going to turn you off, and then we'll turn... Wait a minute, how many more do you have to do? You're done? Alright, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go back to back, and then we'll take this guy. I'm going to try and squeeze these in. We'll see if this works. I know that doesn't fit right now. I'm working on it. Okay, so then we can do this right here, put you right there, and then let's turn that back on, and that back on. And then we should have a couple of free dispensers over here, right? I remember seeing them just lying around. Oh, I gotta go check and see what's going on with my 9mm too. What's up with my 9mm? There we go, so we're gonna output plastic blocks for you. Turn that on, and there we go. So now we should be getting some really fast plastic fitting production as soon as I turn that on. Because I want to see them just dropping in there from left and right. There we go. That's great. That is really nice right there. I like to see that. So plastic fittings should be filling up slightly faster than what they can eject, or at least keep up to speed. Looks like they're just going to keep up to speed. Wow, okay. That would make sense because it looks like they operate at 2 per second, and I think the dispenser is 2 per second, or every 2 seconds rather. So that makes sense. So theoretically, this guy should start getting caught up a little bit. I hope, anyway. 1, 2, 1, 2. At the very least, it'd be nice if it can get to the point where it's not getting too many additional vests, because at that point I start to think, maybe I need another dispenser to shoot more plastic fittings out so it can get caught up, because like this guy's got 1,600 plastic vests, fabric vests that I don't know what to do with. Alright, good. Let's see if we can knock out some more orders here. You guys are not ready yet. The vests will be ready pretty soon, actually. That'll be kind of cool. A lot of this stuff is really reliant on ammo, and we just cannot do a whole lot about it right now. I mean, everyone wants 5.56, and I'm not doing 5.56. You want some trousers, I like you. I'll hook you up with trousers all day long. Trousers and gloves, we can do that just one right after the other. Some of this other stuff, though, I'm like, dude, no. I said no. Really need to up the production on the bullet side. That's really slowing things down a lot. Which might mean we need more gun cotton and stuff going on, too. So we might have to look into that. How are you doing over here? This guy, let's see, where is this stuff going on? So here's the chemical dispenser. So I'm just kind of watching to see like how quickly it's able to eject stuff. It looks like it's doing like one every 4 seconds or so. Although that was really fast right there. Now it's interesting. It keeps taking its time. We definitely have materials. So these guys should be spitting them out fairly regularly. I mean, they're about every 4 seconds, it looks like. See, that's really interesting to me. Some of the stuff is just going faster than others. So let me check here. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's about 4 seconds. I would think we're good, but apparently we're not, because we cannot keep up with this, which means these guys are still... they are getting caught up, actually, so maybe they will be fine. So, okay, so here's kind of what I'm thinking right now. These are fine so long as we're not trying to... As long as we're not doing additional bullet production. Which this is... I think everything is doubled right now on these guys. Actually, maybe the 22 is not. I think the 9mm is. The 9mm, I kind of want to redo the whole line because I basically doubled the line, which is really dumb. I should do all of this stuff and go into a single everything to feed into here. And all this stuff. So maybe we'll just turn the 9mm production off. Now this is the 22. Wait a minute, which one? I think I have them mixed up. Oh yeah, that's right. We got all the 9mm extruded, which is still weird to me, and I'm not sure what the deal is over here. I mean, they shouldn't be falling into anything anywhere. They should only be going in here, so it's like... Extruded is supposed to come out... Oh, I bet I know why. Ah, yeah. So for all of you who said it, you're right, yeah. They gotta go heat and cool first. Duh. My bad. That's why I keep not actually having that number go down any. Because I've got to heat and cool them, and then it'll be fine. Whatever. That... I don't know if I... Do I have an extra heater and cooler lying around? I feel like I have an extra heater, but probably not an extra cooler. I don't know if I can shove everything in here, too. I mean, I know we got belts and stuff. We can make it work. I can take this heater over here, which isn't doing anything. And I can connect you right there. We can buy a cooler. I mean, whatever. What's money? We're going to use it anyway. Right? So it's not like this is going to sit forever. Heating, cooling, and then let's do a belt. So how close... If I need to get you right there... I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this. had a feeling the dispenser was going to be in the way of some of these things. Alright, we'll just do it like this. We'll just use an extra 1 meter belt. That'll be alright. Do we have an extra one of those lying around somewhere? Probably somewhere. I don't know where. This is just what ends up happening. I need one in the moment. I'm like, heck with it. Just buy it. Done. Perfect. Let's move all this stuff up here. There you go. And this is really just to get rid of extra bullets that are kicking around. There's no reason to do this otherwise. I was supposed to turn all that stuff on. There you go. Turn it on. We should now be spitting out some extruded bullets that have been properly heated and cooled. They're going to go through this guy. They're going to land in there. And that number should go down, and it should stay down. You got that? Stay down. Once it hits 0, we'll be fine. Okay, so the next step is to basically double this. So we're going to need another roll dispenser and another bullet puncher. I think we have a spare roll dispenser over here because I never got around. That's an extruder. Well, we're going to need an extruder anyway. I never did get around to setting up lines 7 and 8 over here because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we don't have 7 and 8 working over there yet. That's kind of a shame. But we're going to need this guy over here. And I'm going to have to figure out how this works because these guys, you get this weird like side ejection thing going on, which is kind of problematic. And I would love to be able to just run this through a single heating and cooling section. So there's going to need to be some redesigning done. That'll probably, well, let's see. If we roll this guy back, let me turn the roll dispenser off because it's got so many things stocked up right now. Like this guy is just going to be ejecting these things forever. So what did we do over here? Did I remember right that we ended up using splitters to do this? And that seems to work pretty well. Seems to keep everything pretty much right in line. I mean, it's very slightly slower than doing it straight in, but not too much. Okay. So I'll have to figure out if I have enough room to do a splitter over here. I might have to start it at... I know we've run out of shelving again. I might have to start it at this end and then bring it back to get into the coolers for all that stuff. So let's do one last pass through orders here and see what we can knock out, and then we'll try and put stuff back on the shelves or something. I guess I gotta work on that NATO ammo. I gotta do the 5.56. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of stuck until I do that. So I think what that means is that for the next episode, we're going to go in and try and improve our 9mm production, and then we're also going to start on a 5.56 line. And I'm going to take that a slightly different direction. I'm going to kind of operate from the direction where we're going right now, where we're kind of doing stuff into recycle bins and all that sort of stuff, and see if that ends up working out well. But for now, I'm going to go vacuum up all of my crap that's lying around. I'm going to add another layer of shelving. So I'm going to do those two things on my own time because vacuuming and adding shelving, you pretty much know how that goes. And then we'll catch up on the next one and play with some 5.56, as well as, like I said, work on the 9mm. So we'll catch you in that one. Until then, thanks for watching. See you later.